Hey guys, it's Greg from East Coast Dives, and today's going to be the first episode of a series I'm going to run for a few days, maybe skip a day here or two, but it's going to be 6 or 7 parts, and what I'm calling it is the Road to the Season series. The spring season is rapidly approaching, and I could not be more excited. Some of you may have already started, some will be starting in late January, some will be starting in February, and now is the time to make sure you are completely ready for the season and ready to roll when day one of practice starts. So that's what this series of videos is going to be about, my advice and my tips to getting you ready for the season here in this last month of preparation. So this episode 1 is going to be about preparing your stick, your game stick, and your stringing for the upcoming season. And so this is the aspect that my channel focuses the most on, is stringing. If you haven't seen, I've got tutorials for almost everything. So if you're new here, make sure to check them out. Also, the East Coast Dive String Database has them all categorized, and that link will be down in the description. So what you want to do is make sure your stick is completely ready before you hit the field. You don't want to walk on the field with a brand new stick and have never thrown with it. You want to have a complete understanding of the way your stick works and make sure that it works perfectly for you. So when you're on the field, you're not thinking about having to adjust it too much whip or adjust the way your stick throws. You're just having, a very natural throwing motion, and the only thing you have to worry about is the way you're playing. So we'll start off, your stick might have collected some dust over the winter, maybe you didn't play enough wall ball. Right now, not the day before practice, right now is the time to pull it out of the corner, pull it out of the closet, pull it out of the garage, start keeping it in your room, start keeping it in your hands, and warm this thing up to play. So first things first, with my stick, I like to have 2 identical sticks. The exact same head, with the exact same string. I'm talking exact down to very precise science, so that if one breaks, I can simply seamlessly pick the other one up and play with it immediately. Shaft is not a complete must, but it is ideal to have the same shaft, just the same weight distribution, grip feel, everything like that. So I didn't always have the same shaft, but I did always have 2 of the same head with the exact same stringing. You don't want to be tinkering with your stringing as you get into the season. You want to make sure it's all solid, set, and ready to go. So if your stick's been in storage for a little while, before you pick it up for the season, you want to make sure you get it out now. I like to start every season, every fall ball and every spring season, with a brand new fresh string job in both my heads. So I would unstring them, and personally I like a little flare in my heads, a little flash. I like to look good, and I like my sticks to look good, and your stick can actually be an extension of your person and your personality. So I always used to like it to, at very least, clean it with a Brillo pad and make sure it's looking a little bit fresh. Clean it with a Brillo pad, get it looking white or whatever color it is, and then string it up with brand new stringing before every season. But if you want, you can whip out some fresh dye jobs. I've also got dye tutorials on the string database. Throw together a cool dye job to really tie in your sticks, personalization, and really make it look custom and really cool. But that's not necessary. But for one reason or another, I always like starting the season with a completely clean lacrosse head with fresh stringing. So if you have string already in there that you like, make sure if you're going to restring it fresh that you either take a picture, take a video, or write down a pattern, something so you can replicate it exactly, so when you unstring the whole thing you don't forget what you had and then end up trying to put it back together and it's not exactly the same. So fresh stringing is one thing that I suggest. So you got to make sure you get out of the closet and clean it up and string it up fresh. Number 2 is get a fresh tape job on there. Tape it up however you like, but I like to start every season with it completely new and fresh. If you need to pick up some new heads, the time to do it is absolutely today. If you're starting with a brand new head that you haven't strung before, you absolutely need to do it as soon as possible, so you're not walking on the field trying to figure it out, or spending the week before trying to figure out your stick. And everything like that. So if you need to, right now is the time to restring your head and hit the wall every day between now and then, so you can make sure that it is exactly the same. So just to review, pick up your stick today, clean it up, make sure you've got 2 that are exactly the same, and make sure you practice with it a ton so you know exactly how it throws come practice and come game day, because the practice field isn't the time to be trying to figure out how your stick throws or trying to compensate for whip or anything like that. First day of practice is something you should be excited for. So stay tuned, guys, for more videos from the Road to the Season series. I got a couple others. If you've got something that you'd like to see in the Road to Season series. I'd love to see it in the comments. Throw this video a like if you like this series. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.